This is an exclusive episode of Free Game Friday.
Exclusive is crazy.
We got the legendary,
the one,
iconic,
the only,
Wow.
First question.
Is it
What
really
made you pick me for this tour?
Oh my
listen,
God.
all throughout this tour, it's been different niggas coming up to me like, yeah, I put pain on to you. And after a while, I start catching on. I said, it ain't no way. I mean, several niggas that come up.
I will say the first person that told me about you was Young Cash. That was the first person that told me about you. But he put me on to, first person that came to me to talk about you to me was Young Cash. First time I heard about you was when you did an interview on V103 in Atlanta. And you was like, nah, I do all my shit. I put all my shit out. I do all my verses, everything. Like, this is just me, boom, boom, boom. So I knew about your singles. But then, that was like a while ago. You remember doing an interview in Atlanta? It was a long time ago.
Right.
So that was a long time ago. And then I started seeing the backyard joints. And then I told Cash, yo, check this nigga out. He was like, nigga, this the nigga I was right. I was like, oh, no, you told me about his songs. You ain't tell me this nigga was one of the greatest rappers of all time. You ain't tell me this nigga was rapping his ass off. You tried to put me on the singles.
Right.
You know, because, he put me on the 10s, 20s, right? So I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. But then I started hearing the life rap shit. And I'm like,
He calls it life rap.
Yeah.
this is something else.
Yeah.
This is different. Once I started hearing shit from the backyard shows and seeing how you revolutionized like what you were doing, that's like how I got onto you. And once we start putting the tour together, I was like, we can go get like lesser known artists, or we can go get like somebody to really accentuate like the tour, but nobody's gonna understand it like LARUSSELL. I think there's a different thing to know what your worth is and to know what you want your worth to be. You know what I mean? I think you have your future in mind, and I think there's a scope in place, and these other dudes are like, I got big off of this song. I'm gonna just ride this real quick and see what happens.
Right.
So there's a different scope on your side because it's a future thing, and you can see, you use analytics, like looking at how you process your career was a different thing. And I think at the place that I was in at that point, because that's when I decided to go independent, like full on. This is when I started like seeing everything that you were doing. It was like, yeah, I want to be around people that are thinking like me. So it wasn't he's blowing up on the internet, because I was on it way before that.
Right.
So I was like, hey, remember that dude I was telling you about? I remember that shit. Like, I even had to tell Nicolette, like, go back and look, I sent you this shit forever ago. I want that guy.
Yeah.
I want that guy.
Incredible.
Obviously, I'm going to take my artist, and we're going to have that. Everybody on this tour got the same mindset. That's the best part about the whole thing. So that's why I picked you, because nobody else would have that mindset. They, a lot of people that I take on tour are like, I want a co-headline, and I'm like, you ain't even.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're gonna do.
Some
after
more
this.
work.
Like, you don't even know what you're gonna do after this, much less be on the same shit as me.
Yeah.
So when it comes to you, I'm like, yeah, I want him the same size as me on the flyer. I want him right next to me.
Wow.
Name the same size, because you got a future in mind. You got a plan. You at least got the next 6 months. Like, you know what I mean? These niggas don't even know what they doing the next 3 days.
Right.
They don't even know they come to ask all the tours I've been on, niggas out about it. Like, hey, bro, where we go next? What you have on? Where we go next? First of all, bitch, I don't know.
You're asking the wrong person.
But right? I don't know. I have no idea where we go next. Like, I don't know. I think Miami is next. Nigga, don't ask me. You told me you needed a tour manager right here. Go ask him. Don't know what the fuck. So it just helps to have somebody with a cognitive team and an actual plan in place. It's just that's why I picked you for this tour, and that's why I just admire you as an artist. Like, just to see what you can do from where you are. I always think to myself, if I could have had your mindset from the beginning of my career, holy shit. I'd be fucking
Bro,
Jay-Z
and
right now.
You're an ideal independent artist. Like, independence ain't for everybody.
Oh my
as
God.
much as like, you know, it's like, oh, it's
Right.
like, it's not bad. But seeing you work on the road is like, yeah, niggas who work like us and think like us should be independent because we could actually do it.
But see, that's a different thing. The reason you ever like had a friend or known somebody that had a near-death experience? They look at life so much different than us. And I think that's what I'm saying. When I say if I would have had your mindset from the beginning of my career, I would have been bigger because I only got this mindset and this work ethic after my career failed. So once I had that near-death career experience, then I came back at it like, okay, we got to appreciate all that shit. Because, boy, being at the top is cool as shit, but let me tell you what's not.
What was that? Like, when did you realize, or was it gradual that you were like, my career is failing? Or did you just like try to do something and you were like, holy shit, I'm not who I thought I was?
It was the second I let the label take over and make all my decisions and start doing stuff for me and like, oh, let's get you with this producer. Let's put you in here with this producer. I'm like, but I make all my own beats. And like, yeah, but don't you think like, don't you want to work with Timbaland? I'm like, yeah, but I can also make Timbaland beats. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty good at it. I made Buy You a Drink. I made Bartender. I made, you know what I'm saying? I made Sprung. I made Stripper. I made all my jobs.
All the hits.
100% T-Pain. You can go look at it right now. Go look it up. Use Google. Y'all know how to do this shit. Y'all can go look it up. I wrote, produced, and recorded most of these shits. Like, some of these shits, I'm hitting the keyboard and running in the booth. Like, you know, I fuck up. I'm like, shit. And I gotta fucking It's a lot of that shit. Like there's a picture of the first like what I recorded Bartender on. I recorded Bartender on vacation in Jamaica, and it was like an inbox.
I've seen that picture with the setup.
With the setup on the little desk. Like I recorded that shit, and everybody's like, "Oh, what he's not telling you is that he went to a professional studio and re-recorded." No, I didn't. Them vocals distorted as fuck. If you really listen to them shits, Buy You a Drink and Bartender, them vocals are so distorted, bro.
Wow.
Because I didn't know how to really record that like that good, but you can go listen to it right now, bro. It's so crazy. The only thing that helped that shit was mastering. They took out some of the mid-range to take the distortion out, but bro, I did not re-record that shit. I recorded that shit drunk as hell. I was never gonna get that feeling back. Like I was in Jamaica at a hedonism. Everybody was naked and shit. It was amazing. So I didn't fucking, but you know, saying all that to say, like, again, like, it was the rise of it that made the fall so crazy because the rise was so fast and the fall was even quicker. Damn. And it was such a instant thing that they took over. They had this album that they wanted. They put it out. They was like, this is great. This is going to be your best album. And it sold the lowest ever. And just like when them first week numbers came out, because, you know, back in my days, that's
Everything.
First week.
Yeah.
Everything.
That means everything. Damn. Like my first album was #1 on its first week. My second album, I beat Rihanna. Like I had more sales than Rihanna on my first week on my second album. And that was Buy Your Drink and all that shit. So obviously like we were happy, but it was like also fuck Rihanna, Jesus Christ. Like, what are you gonna do? Like hope we still friends after this. So and then third album, it was a little less, but it wasn't bad. It was still good. You know what I mean?
What was the third? Three Rings?
3 Rings was the third. Yeah.
That was my favorite album.
That bro.
That was the one.
I was so happy. I was chilling. I
You
had
were
money.
still in control by the third album.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was still going. That's when I had a feature on damn near every song. Like I was everybody owed me favors. Like I had done so many features by that time that everybody had to do free features for me because I wasn't charging for features back then. So it was just like, when I need you, just make sure you just come back. You know what I mean? So fourth one though, that's when they was like, let's take a different approach to this. And I was like, why would you do that? The first 3 have been fantastic. Why would you take a different approach now? Well, we do this, boom, 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 and come to find out basically it just worked out to where they got more money if, you know, or we spent less money if they did it the way they want to. It wasn't that they got more money.
It's like in-house type shit.
In-house shit. Can you work with our producers?
They get they
work
niggas
with people
they
we
pub.
know. Work with people that owe us favors.
And they get favors.
Say like
for,
right, and then they get favors. Boom.
Yeah.
So they trying to take my process from the third album and put it to them on the fourth album. So they took that. The first week came out. I mean, because let's just as a comparison, because this is like physical. This is still physical CDs, CDs, albums. damn near tapes for real.
Right.
People got to get up and go to the store and buy these shits. First week of my second album was like $250. First week of my fourth album was like $26. Like indescribable pain. It was fucking.
Damn.
I called Dex, tour manager Dex. I was like, bro, I'm dead, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Wow.
I have no idea. Everybody I had fired was laughing at me online.
No.
All my old friends that like
crazy.
all my old friends that fucked over me, like, fuck you. That's
But
why.
you're
That's what you
talking
get.
26 million.
Thousand.
Or
Thousand.
thousand.
Yeah, we're talking 26,000 copies sold first week, and this is like physical.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm on the tour bus with Dex. I'm just crying like. That's the end of my career. How the fuck am I on tour right now and my career just ended while I'm on tour?
Damn.
And then after that, the depression started setting in and boom, boom, boom. And then right after that, fucking Usher said what he said. And I was like, all right, we're done. I'm out of here, bro.
Crazy.
I'm out.
So even though you knew you like embraced their process, did it lead you to like doubting your own ability?
So when I embraced their process, it was out of gratitude and appreciation that they let me have my own for so long. You know what I mean? So it was like, y'all been letting me pick all my singles. Y'all been letting me make my own beats. Y'all been letting me write whatever I want to write. You know what? Y'all can
give
have
it
this
to
one.
you. Yeah.
Y'all can have this one. It's been 3 albums. Shit works. Y'all, you're a label. Hopefully you know what I mean? I'm going to trust you because look at all the other stuff you're doing. And this is like Jive Records. You know what I mean? This is Jive Records, bro. This is like Chris Brown. This is fucking Usher, Britney Spears. This is everybody. So I'm like, y'all obviously know what you're doing. There you go. Y'all can have number 4. And nope.
Damn.
That was the worst performing album, which was my favorite album musically, but worst performing album. Yeah.
Did you like when you were getting out of that deal, did you have to buy out or did you just complete
I gave them
your
their
term?
last album. I completed my term. That's where Oblivion came from. My 5th album. Hated that album. That was, to me, it was one of my worst fucking albums. Like I hated. I did. They literally set me in a room and like had me listening to like Future and like just other than like Juice WRLD, like niggas that sound like me. And I was like, wait, what do y'all want me to do? They was like, we want you to make these.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, but no though.
Wow.
So they had me, bro, I was crying in the studio, just a bunch of execs around, like, yeah, this is what we want. Like I literally got in the booth and just like imitated Future once, and it was like, yes, exactly that. And I was like, oh,
This is a joke.
I was like, I called my wife, I was like, babe, I don't think I'm gonna do music anymore. I don't think I'm gonna do music anymore for the rest of my life. I was like, this is it. If I gotta sound like niggas that sound like me to make people happy,
Just for correction, PSA, them niggas sound nothing like you.
No, but I'm saying to have to divert to a style that came from my style.
Innovated.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
come on, man.
Right.
Like,
Niggas ain't even had their Antera settings right.
right. So it's like, how do you? What was the triumph for?
Right.
What was everything before this for if I gotta do that? Like, you know what I mean? That's why it's on some, like, I get it, like, congratulations everybody, but I had my own already. Why would I go to what came from me?
So how did you like mentally come from that state of feeling like your career was over to where you are now?
It was long. It was like 5 years of just alcohol, just all of it. I was, in all honesty, and just keep it a bean. Like I was trying to go. I was trying to drink myself to death. Like I was trying. I didn't want to do this shit no more. I didn't have any faith in myself, the industry. I didn't give a shit about nothing. I just wanted to go. So coming from that to surrounding myself with better people. That was the turning point. I started I started valuing the people that was actually around me. I started valuing not necessarily the people themselves, because I value everybody that's around me, but I started valuing what people are attributing to me. Are they making shit worse, or are they making it better? Like, do they have the same vision? You want me to do better? Because if I keep the nigga that's giving me Molly around,
that's enabling.
Right.
Exactly.
right? I can keep him around, and he's going to encourage me to keep doing Molly, but for what?
Right.
It's so you can keep selling Molly. It ain't because you want me to. Like, what the fuck?
Good
You know?
time.
Right.
You don't think I'm a better writer on Molly or some shit like that.
Right.
You like, you know what I'm saying? You can at least lie and be like, bro, you sound high as shit on this song. But you're around so you can keep selling Molly. And you know I'm gonna spend the most money on it. When I run out, that's like your tax return. You're like, you ready to go.
Right.
So you get rid of those people. You bring in people that are like, hey man, I want to see you at bigger venues. This is crazy. You know, when people see me going from, bro, I got up to 350,000 a show. And at that time after that album, I was begging for 20. I was begging for 20,000. Like,
Wow.
I was begging for 20,000. People was like, we got 15. I was like, all right, man, come on, let's do it. I was like, God damn, dude. Like, so, you know, and getting all the way back above what I was at now is like, I knew I was right. I knew I had the right idea. It was the people around me. It was the company I kept. And it changed my whole mentality on everything, man. And it was just it was a feeling. It was like falling in love.
Wow.
You can't look for people like that.
Right.
You can't look for your soulmate. You can't look for who you're gonna fall in love with. That's just gonna
They gotta
happen.
find you.
They're gonna find you, and God gonna put that in place. There's always gonna be angels with you, but again, you got to take action. You got to take action because, you know, I have a very controversial view on some things, a lot of things. You know, everybody say that like rich people like worship the devil and shit. It's so weird. I hate that shit. I really don't understand it. And I was like, you know who love God the most? Poor people. And it's not a dig on like I'm rich and you're poor, but it's like poor people literally pray the most.
Yeah.
Like, so how the fuck? Like, see, it feel like you need to switch sides. I don't know what the fuck, because I'm not on the devil's side. I fucking love God, bro.
Right.
Fuck the devil. I don't fuck with the devil.
So fuck the
Like,
devil.
the devil ain't my nigga. But you know what I'm saying? If you're saying we got rid of God to get rich and all, you know what I'm saying? So it was a struggle to try to figure out like where do I even turn to? I can't even turn to people.
Right.
I can't even turn to people because now all the good people that I thought was in my life was like, nah, you was all rich and you was all that. I'm like, I didn't say fuck y'all. Y'all started treating me different when I got money. I
Right.
didn't change.
Right.
Everybody that know me before, after the money, say, bro, you've been the same person since before. Yeah. There's no reason to change. I just buy a car easier now. What the fuck? It's like,
Bro, but that's like that convo we were saying the other day where I was like, bro, you're one of the few that still feel human. As crazy as that sounds, like meeting all these people, like it's very easy to get detached because everybody treats you differently.
Yeah.
It's like, man, nothing really changes about you, but everything around you does. Everyone looks at you differently and shit, and you got to navigate it based on that now.
You can look at it now with people around you. The people around you get treated different if you get money.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw you get. I'll say. I saw you with LARUSSEL'S now. I saw him get that.
Right.
Y'all doing good out there, huh?
Y'all.
What? No, you see him on the stage, right? I was just in the back. I was just
Right.
No, I saw y'all. Y'all must be out there getting that money, huh? Y'all. This is crazy. What you doing?
Right.
So everybody around us, man, it falls on everybody because it's not just it doesn't just affect us. It's everybody with their thoughts, and it's just like this preconceived notion that you do one thing that seems unattainable to other people, and it's just like you got everything that I ever wanted, and I don't like that. I don't like that. You got everything that I ever wanted, I don't like that. Envy can turn into motivation, and it can only be envy or motivation. And that shit hurts me to the core because some of the people that can't turn that envy into action, they end up hating you the most. It's just like I didn't do any of this against you. I did what I needed to do for my family.
Right.
I did what was necessary, and all of a sudden, I'm the most hated nigga from home. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck what just happened?
What did I do to you?
Right. But y'all niggas helping me? How come I get all the free shit when I come home now, when I don't need anything for free?
We was
And
saying
is
that.
it
Once
like,
you can afford stuff, you get everything for free.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
But when you
When
broke,
I needed shit
they
for free.
Yeah.
100.
Right. Jesus. I don't
A
understand.
water bottle.
Now all of a sudden you got extra
Get
shirts.
out of here, broke nigga.
Right. Back up, brokey. You got extra shirts now? Oh, the tour bus outside. Now you got extra shirts. What you doing, man?
If you, as much as you can disclose, like, how good or bad was your first deal, and what made you choose it?
You know what? I can disclose the whole thing because, believe it or not, I just now in 2022, I just now found out what my first deal was.
What?
I had no fucking idea. My managers, I had 2 managers that came and got me before the label came to me. 2 managers came to me when I was 18. They was like, we'll handle everything. You don't have to worry about shit. Just make music. You don't have to see nothing. We're all good.
Damn.
I just found out what it was. It was really fucking bad. It was really goddamn bad. You know how I found out? Because people just started coming to me trying to buy my catalog. And I had to go look at my deal. I was like, oh, I'm about to get paid. And it was like, no, the fuck
They
you're
took
not.
pub too?
Bro, my shit.
They took everything.
Bro, my first deal, that whole first joint was 18. Oh, no, it was 15.85.
In the label favor.
15.85. And they gave me crazy money. So I didn't
Never even thought
So you
about
never
it.
didn't even think about it. I didn't even care. Like,
Damn.
bro, they like straight up was like, all right, deal's done. Here you
Have
go.
you gotten a royalty check before?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot. So publishing, we worked around that after probably about 10 years. So after about 10 years in that deal, I was like, yo, we need to restructure this.
Damn.
It's crazy. So I still get a lot of royalty. I'm probably never gonna not get royalty checks. But that initial label deal,
Damn.
$15.85 in the label sale.
Jeez.
And I was like, bro, there's no way. And they were like, there's all the way. Because here's your signature, you stupid piece of shit. And that was just from greed. And a bunch of people were like, bro, this is a lot of money. You need to take this. It was a huge advance. It's $40 million.
Sheesh.
$40 million.
So
advance.
this was before or after
This was
a
the
hit?
first. This is I'm Sprung.
At
Oh wait, no.
18?
This was right after I'm Sprung. This is my second house. So
Sheesh.
yeah,
40 M's at 18?
40 amps. 40 amps.
As a teenager?
Yeah, no, I
Oh.
went crazy. So you can see. But then 40 amps to complete zero.
Sheesh.
40 amps to like negative.
Damn.
Like straight up, bro. 40 amps to negative.
Like, of course, because you were 18.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
What else would I do
yeah.
with 40 M's
What you
but
think I'm doing with
spend
this
it?
money? Save it?
Right.
Invest
Oh my
nothing
God.
and spend it all.
That first thing I went and got was a pistol grip shotgun. No idea why. But you know, I do know why. My older brother had one and he never let me touch it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my own.
Goodbye.
PlayStation controller.
All the dumb shit, man. All the cars that everybody thought I should have. Because before that, I was like you. I was like, I need more than one car. Shit's far in this city, but I can walk.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need clothes like that. I'll get clothes from the corner store. Like, all that shit. I was always like that. But then, boy, that check get in there. And I was like, oh, I can just, well, you telling me I can get this car with a down payment? I don't have to pay this whole thing right now? Oh, give me the car. Give me them two, too. Give me that.
Damn.
Once I started learning, like how easy it is to buy shit, and when people start giving you shit for free, it's like, give me all the stuff. I'm gonna figure out the payment later. But the thing was, I wasn't watching any of it. So I had my managers. One of my managers said he was like a finance person, he's a CPA. So I was like, all right, well, shit.
Oh.
He wasn't though.
Oh.
And then one day I was like, hey, I want to buy this house next to mine. I was still,
Right.
in the ball mentality. I was like, I don't want to buy this house next to mine. They was like, you ain't got no money, chief. I was like, that's a fucking lie. Like I was at a store or something. Check again.
Right.
Run it again.
There should be 40 in there. 40 of them.
Run it again.
Ew.
Check this one. Check this one.
I'm gonna move some shit around.
Every time they come back, it's declined. Okay, let me check this one.
That's the same one, sir.
It's the same one. Fuck. Okay, that's the one from before. Okay, all right. Well, fuck. All right.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Let me call the bank. There must be a misunderstanding.
Damn.
It was not a fucking misunderstanding.
Jeez.
But yeah, nah. I mean, getting out of that took about 4 years.
Jeez.
Took about 4 years because I was in it so deep. I thought that's how I needed to be. I thought I needed the Molly guy around. I thought I needed all that shit around. So I kept those people around because it made me feel better for a little bit, for a little period of time. So once I started realizing that, hey, this might not be good for me, and my heart started going bad, and I'm like, oh, I got heart palpitations all the time now. I got medication and shit, and like I need to figure out what's going on. I started getting them from around me. It took about 4 years to get like a real, like a solid team that would get me out of that period. And the team still changes. Everything always forever changing. It's never gonna be, a forever team, obviously, because people move on, and your goal as a CEO is to make sure the rest of your team turns into CEOs.
Right.
Man, and you got really, really great. Like Chris, Gib, Nicolette, like they're really, really great and knowledgeable, and like it's a grand representation of you. I was gonna ask, did you do anything like spiritually or read anything that changed you? Because you have a lot of grace, and I've yet to see you be.
I didn't come in this bitch to read.
Right.
What the fuck?
I've yet to see you be unkind or nasty to like the people around you and shit. Like even if you do it outside, like that energy never exists in the space.
I used to be, and I know what that gets you now. I know what that gets you. I know what that lands you. You know what I mean? It's not a pleasant place to be at. I used to yell at Dex all the time, but that's when I was fucking high as shit, drunk, smacking tables and fucking throwing shit and
40
you know
million.
what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? But it was for no reason. Like when you look back at it, it's like, did he do anything to actually deserve that? Or could we just have fixed it real quick and that would have been fine?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting mad about shit real quick and being mad about it all day is just a waste of time. That's just like, why? So I spiritually, I think it's just from experience. It's just from like,
life.
you know what that shit feels like. Once you're the one that's getting yelled at now you're like, oh, okay, that sucks. Yeah. Okay. Maybe don't do that to anybody. I used to yell all the time, bro, but that wasn't me, you know what I mean? And coming back, like Nicolette, she was my project manager at a label I was signed to. And when I left the label, she was like, you're one of the only people that's ever been kind to me. Can I please come with you and work with you on your label? I was like, look, I'm starting from the bottom. You already got a job. You getting paid. She was like, I'm willing to do this with you. I don't need nothing.
Wow.
She's like, I'll come with you. And now she's, head of operations of my whole label and getting fucking percentage of everything I bring in.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Dex used to be my road manager. And when I got on a label, Dex kind of just disappeared. And then when I started Nappy Boy back up, I was like, hey, why did you disappear? He was like, your label told me you fired me. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I was like, dude, bring your ass back out here, man. How much salary you need, dude?
That's crazy.
Like, what the fuck? And now, like, we got the best team, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, we take people out of their jobs, man. It's just like, bro, we just want you to come over there. Like, cool, yeah, I'll take whatever you give me. I just want to be with the client because just treating people like people changes everything, bro. It changes everything, man. And we can get mad. Obviously, it's gonna be heated moments with everybody, but it's like if you sit in that shit and fester in it, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be mad. Y'all ain't gonna fight. You're gonna be right there with that person.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, what went wrong today? What happened? Tell me from the beginning what went wrong today. Explain your part. I'll explain my part. And we need to see how wherever that clash was, that shit don't need to happen no more.
Yeah.
We need to go around each other and then move. Like, so getting in those areas to where you can actually discuss shit like an adult is hard to do. And I know it just sounds like an old people or old person thing to say, but you know, when I was younger, that shit just didn't exist. You just go off on people and fire them. You know what I mean? But now it's like, at least find out where the problem came from. Because you fire somebody, you'll never know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? So try to work it out first. When the light bulbs go off in the house, you don't sell the house. It's like change the light bulb.
Wow. Right.
That was a bar.
Right. That was a bar.
We got a little bit of time left.
Amber
I
came
wanna
up with that.
ask.
Amber came up with that.
Go on.
She said that about our marriage. She was like, light bulb go off in the house, you change the light bulb, don't sell the house. We need to work out where the darkness is. Fix that darkness, and we can keep living in the house. We're good. So
5 minutes.
Okay, last
Closing
question. What, if anything, did you expect to get from LaRussell or like see or experience from him on this tour that you did or didn't experience? And okay, that's good. That's good.
this is for me.
Wow.
My main mission for all my entities, Nappy Boy Entertainment, Nappy Boy Automotive, Nappy Boy Gaming, Nappy Boy Films, Nappy Boy everything, is to use my platform to put others on. That's all I wanted. If I showed you the 3 extra people that hadn't seen you before and they became fans, I did my job.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's what I did with Nando STL. I just wanted to show people how fucking great he was. Been taking him on the road. People know who he is. That's all. Look. I want to remember them cars you pull back, and you let it go.
Right.
This tour was the pullback. This tour was the. There you go. He gone, bro. I'm telling you, every day I see motherfuckers on my Instagram, on Twitter. Like, bro, I ain't even know who LaRussell was before this, but now he got a lifelong fan. Bro, I see this shit every fucking day.
Incredible.
And that shit, I don't be crying, but I don't be crying. He be crying. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mission. It's not a I need something from LaRussell or I'm trying to get a favor or anything like that. I'll never do that. You know what I mean? Like this is me. My greatest achievement in life is gonna be later on when I'm fucking 65, 70 years old, sitting and watching one of your interviews. Like, oh man, I remember back in 2020s when T-Pain both of us old as fuck, and you're gonna be doing an interview on some weird ass hologram show or some shit. And
Right.
That's it. I want to be able to chill. I want to be on my fucking deathbed and my kids are like, you did good. You did good for other people. You didn't just do good for us. You did good for the world. You actually contributed.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
You got one?
That's it.
Anybody? I was asking you.
Questions in the room?
Any questions for him? We're about to wrap up our free game. You had one?
I do. If you were to build up, like, because you were saying if you had that mindset from the start, but like, if you were to build up being an independent artist from right now, like ground up, how would you do it?
If I wanted to build up being an independent artist from the ground up, I'd show the entire industry how much I can do myself and get that leverage to show people exactly what LaRussell's doing. Like, look, that's why, like, everybody's like, yo, when'd you sign LaRussell? I'm like, I didn't sign LaRussell. I'm never going to. I'm never going to ask him to sign because what he's showing everybody in this world, that look, I don't need you niggas. I can do this myself. I mean, bonus if you got money, but
Right.
have we needed it yet?
Sheesh.
That's how I would do it. Do everything possible you can yourself. I know how much better things would be with money,
Yeah.
But goddamn it, if you can make anything work without it and without any backing and without any help, so when you get to a certain level, can't not one person say, I did that. If you can get all the way up there without any help, and then when people come and they say, well, we got this for you, and you're like, oh, well, I made that yesterday.
Right.
That's where you want to be at. Yeah, you know what? There's any example of what I would do as an independent artist would literally be LaRussell.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So there's
Right.
That's why he's here.
Come
Because
on.
what else is there? You know what I mean?
You want to close this out?
I don't got no question. I just want to give you your flowers and say thank you for everything that y'all done for us with this tour.
Oh, come on, man.
I feel like every single time I see your set, I'm starstruck. And every time I even get to walk past you in the green room or the catering, I'm just like, I'm supposed to see like, even in that moment when you walked on stage and played the keys and I got to learn from you, I was like, damn, bro. I remember this shit like for the rest of my life, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's just like, it's a blessing. I'm very grateful. I appreciate all the stories, and I really think you are like one of the greatest to like ever do it. Like, not even just in this genre, but just like how inspiring your story is and everything. Like, it'd be insulting not to give you your flowers. And I'm just
Thank you,
grateful to
man.
even be in the room, you know?
I appreciate that shit, Derek.
Yeah.
Come on. No, don't talk about. I
It's
love it,
been
man.
another incredible episode of Free Game
Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This the real nigga human episode.
Damn it.
I love it.
Fire.
Go for it, goddamn.
See any more exclusive content, we have a subscription platform where you can pay whatever you want and you can get all the backstage
Yeah.
stuff that we
That's
did
what
on
I'm
this
talking about.
tour
Innovation.
for you.
Come on.
Innovation. Go to even.biz. Bye, everybody.
Good on roll.
Sheesh.
I wish we had more time.
We're gonna have to do several episodes.
What episode was that?
It's so much. It's
Yeah.
so much.
The tip of the iceberg.
I'm coming over to y'all, so, you know.
Come
In the
on.
backyard.
We got you on video, nigga. You said it.
Yeah. I want to come to the new building. Like, I want to go everywhere.
Please.
You know what I
That would
mean?
be fire.
Please. We got Juvenile pulling up.
Hell
We got a
yeah.
special show
Bro,
with
that nigga's
Juvie.
so
We
dope,
just
man.
man.
That's a dope young man. I appreciate
Great.
it. Come on. Hell yeah. My dog.
Legendary.
Big time.
Yo.
Juicy first, T-Pain second. Backyard special.
There we go.